He has not put forward his tax returns, even though as a candidate in 2016, at one point he promised he would, and now he's continued to make this excuse about the audit preventing him, even though there's nothing that prevents him legally from putting forth his tax returns. Again, he called it totally fake news. Brian Stelter's with us, and that is his go-to line, Brian, when he sees news reports he doesn't like, that he thinks reflect negatively on him. And what I thought was really interesting is after calling it fake news, he went on a bash against the New York Times, the Washington Post, other credible news outlets. And then he started to praise Fox News and a bunch of the people who host shows at Fox News. Clearly, he thinks they're going to come to his rescue.
Fake news is his big lie. He says it over and over again, but it doesn't work. I worked at the New York Times many years ago. A story of this magnitude does not get published without weeks and months of reporting, editing, and here's an important part, legal scrutiny. Lawyers are involved in a story like this, as well as many, many reporters and editors. So this story is airtight, and we should assume that unless anyone legitimate says otherwise. Look, I think, Anna, what happened is, remember the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Trump was using his lifelines just now. He was trying to phone a friend, call on right-wing personalities in the briefing room to change the subject. But it only works very temporarily because most people see right through those tactics. He lied about the New York Times. He lied about Joe Biden. He lied about Hunter Biden. And he lied about his own financial status. Look, Anna, let me put it this way. I liked the president's tie just now. But this is an emperor has no clothes moment. The emperor has no clothes moment. That's what this is. Nothing has stuck to Trump in 3 years, 3+ years. But this is about fundamental unfairness. How much did you pay in income taxes this year? How much did I pay? Almost everybody watching this program paid more than President Trump paid in his first 2 years in office. And that is going to stick. It's going to be on the morning shows. It's going to be in every other newspaper. That is going to stick like almost no other story in the past few years. And one more point is important here. The New York Times says they are working on other stories. They say they have more to come. So this is the kind of thing that is going to continue through the final innings of the campaign.
But do you think the president's supporters and voters who turn into Fox News or go to One America News Network that the president likes to also, pal around with, do you think they're going to even hear about this story? Will they get details that we're reporting out that the New York Times has uncovered?
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, Fox tends to cover these stories very gently. They put on multiple pairs of kids' gloves when they're covering a story this hot. But these kinds of headlines will be almost impossible to miss. The New York Times all-caps banner headline right now says, Trump's taxes show chronic losses and years of tax avoidance, that he paid less than most of his voters. And I think that is going to be something that's very hard to distract from. I agree with you, Anna. They will find ways to distract from it or make excuses for it. The president will just try to talk his way through this problem. But it is a big problem that's not going to go away in a day or two. This is the rare Trump story that will actually stick around for a while.
Brian, please stand by. Everybody else, please stand by. And thank you for your comments. I need to squeeze in a quick break. Again, we're continuing to follow this breaking news just dropping in the New York Times, reporting on the president's tax returns, revealing, according to the New York Times, that he has paid very, very little money to the federal government or state taxes, just $750 in 2016 as well as 2017, according to the Times, and nothing